Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical, and thank you so much for first of all watching the show, and then second of all thank you for sending us requests through either on YouTube or even on the Twitter feed or the X feed, as everybody's talking about. And really, these markets are all over the place. In actual fact, somebody asked me, listen, from what does the chart say about the rand dollar? I said to him, well, it depends on what the next tweet of Mr. Trump will be. So we never know. So at the moment, we are sitting in a very, very strange market. And what is the best advice for a market like this? Stick to your long-term goal. So if you maybe a guy liking to buy dividend yield stocks where you want to have some good dividends in future, and your share is low and you like the company and everything is okay, don't bother, just buy it. But don't put the farm on it, just do exactly what you always did. But I know it's a strange period, especially for the guys that trades the Aussie or the S&P 500 on a daily basis. It's almost like you can only trade on extreme situations, either a massive jump to the top, then you must wait for a reversal, or a massive sell-off. That's the only place where you can get involved, because it can swing. The Aussie can swing 1,500 points in a matter of a few hours, upside and downside. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but yes, it is also very dangerous. But let's kick off with Bitcoin. Now, well, Bitcoin is doing absolutely nothing for the last couple of months. That's from February. Everybody is talking about a possible jump in the price that can go higher. But what I see, I'm a little bit nervous if I look at this chart. This chart is telling me this is a classic ascending channel. It can be a flag formation. Now, usually what you see is a flag formation tends to break to the downside, especially if you enter the flag from the top. Usually if you enter from the top, it will work around and then it will break down to the bottom. But as everybody knows, in the past, there's so many people punting Bitcoin, and they always believe that it can never drop. For me, the crucial line is this support line, and that sits at 66,000. Because if I do this and I just do the projection here, I know nobody will even believe it, nobody even can think about it, but if we project it to the downside, it can take maybe Bitcoin to 54,000. And by the way, Bitcoin was here last year, 123,000, so it just shows you it can suddenly come under much pressure and can go to 54. But this level to watch is only 66,000. While it is above this 50-day moving average, still there's a brim of positivity, but I do not like what I see. Ascending channel entering from the top, but let's have a look and see if it can break above this level, 77,000. It can maybe go all the way up to 90,000. So yes, we can expect some strong moves in Bitcoin, but you will see as we go to Brent. Let's go to the chart. As you go to Brent, everybody's talking about Brent oil. Everybody will see that the spreads even here is quite steep. Now, if you look at that, there's Brent crude oil. Remember, the negotiations fell flat over the weekend. And what do we see? There's another flag formation here. I can draw the line in for you. There was that blip outside the line, but there you are. There's the flag formation, and that tells us that it can either break to the upside or downside. But what is the golden rule here? You'll probably see, let's draw in the line. You'll probably see that there is a little window open here. I just want to draw the line in so that you can see it clearly. There's the one window. I will just take that one a little bit up. There you are. There you are. And then the next window is sitting there. There's the one line. And there's the other. Now, if you look at this, there's the two windows. Now, we are bang inside a window. Now, what I've seen over the years, when you've got this sort of situation where there's a window to the top, a window to the bottom, and you're inside a big window like we see here, then you must know uncertainty is to the extreme. Now, often it's just better to wait and see where it breaks down. So if it closes this gap first, and that gap is sitting at 101.93, there's a possibility that it can move higher, because while this gap is open, the momentum is the top. But only above $106 we can see a break to the upside, and that can maybe take us all the way to $120. On the other hand, if this little window first closes here at the downside, that will be at 95.45. This symmetrical triangle or flag formation can break to the downside at 92, and it can take the price all the way down to 78. And look what we see here. There's also a window here right at the bottom, still opening, and nobody closed that yet, and that window sits between 75.56 and 73.43. Now on oil, if you look at what happened in the Middle East, and everybody thinks that the problem can be sorted out quickly, I doubt, because all that infrastructure, or a lot of that infrastructure, has been wiped off the table. So that needs a lot of money to fix. It's going to take time, so prepare yourself. Inflation is on the cards. And I see Mr. Trump wants to lower interest rates with inflation ticking up. Brave man. Well, let's have a look at Sasol, because can you remember, this was one of the dark of the markets. Now suddenly everybody looks into Sasol to see what's happening, but it just shows you how it can change. There's the beautiful rally from 107 to about 230. We've got a little gap here, and what do we see? Exactly like with oil, you sit with this flag formation right at the top. What makes me a little bit worried, I feel that it looks like, for me, like a megaphone formation. A megaphone formation is always sending out some mixed signals. Let's just do that. There's the entrance point, and it blows out the noise from here, that side. And for me, it will unfortunately only show me some upward momentum above 240 Rand. Then it can break to the upside, the megaphone formation. But unfortunately, below 170, this window waits, and that window sits between 174.48 and it closes at 172.56. That window waits, then it can break all the way down to 130. Remember, Sasol is at the moment an emotional play. It's a theme play. Everybody chases Sasol because they believe it can go up or down. But for me, if you look at this war and what happened in the last week, and Sasol does not make any new highs, it looks like that the price has been discounted. Well, somebody asked about XLE. Now, this is the energy sector. It's an ETF. And what do we see? It's almost the same thing. But for me, the most important thing here is we are on the 50-day moving average. It's either a make or break situation. And if we look at that, let's use that window, because an ETF is not for speculative purposes. It's usually for a buy and hold or accumulation and hold. But below this 50-day moving average, $56.49, just leave it out. It can then maybe go down a little bit lower, but only above this level of 59.02, we may see some momentum to the up to close this window at 59.79, and from there it can advance. But if you do want to buy it, and you do buy above 59.02, make use of this 50-day moving average as your stop loss, and that will be $56.56. Let's have a look at ExxonMobil, one of those oil companies. And the reason why I'm showing this, remember, with all the hassles that we're seeing in the Middle East, this share should shoot the roof out, and it does not. It is below the 50-day moving average. There's a gap. While this gap is open, I'm a little bit nervous. I doubt if it can break this to the upside, because I'm going to show you this gap, and while this gap is open, there is some nervousness around. That gap is between 161.77 and 159.23, and while it is below that, there's also some gaps to the downside. But while it is below that, it tells you that this price has already discounted the bad news in the Middle East. So maybe with all the news around, some of these shares like Brent or an XLE or an ExxonMobil is telling us that the bad news already is in the share prices. Maybe from here it can maybe pull back if there's not something horribly happening in the Middle East. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website and we will chat again. www.fransdeklerk.com is the place to go.